Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus Impact. This is from September 23rd, 2021. A very good show. This is playing off of the last pay-per-view. And we're going to have another minor well, no, is that right? No. October 23rd's pay-per-view is Bound for Glory. Steve, what are you fucking talking about? Sorry about that. We get into the show. And again, officially, Josh Alexander makes it official, his Bound for Glory challenge. And then he exercised option C. He voluntarily vacated his X Division title for a shot at the Impact World Championship. He got a chance to talk, which I thought was really great. Cage made his presence felt. Maybe to talk him out of the match, it wasn't clear, but then Ace Austin and Madman Fulton interrupted. Austin taunted Alexander. He reminds him that he took the X Division title from him. And that was that. I thought it was great that they just didn't abandon Ace Austin after he lost to Christian. And this will provide some nice fodder until the next pay-per-view. It wasn't that spectacular, but I thought it served its purpose very, very well. We get a match, Hikuleo. I think Impact's the right spot for him. AEW, it was cool that he made that appearance, but I think Impact is a better spot for him versus David Finlay. So, of course, they had Chris Bay at ringside for Hikuleo and Juice Robinson at ringside for David Finlay, his partner. The match was serviceably fine. And I thought the Finlay getting that win with the jackknife roll-up, I thought was really, really good. It looked very, very good. And then Chris Bay entered. The only problem they're going to have is, like, who's the heel, who the face stuff. But this is an interesting feud for sure. At the end of the day, the reunited members of the Bullet Club stood tall in this little skirmish. Rohit Raju against Chelsea Green. They had a nice promo before it where Chelsea was like, I'm going to get mine. The long and short of it is the return of Raj Singh and that cheap shot to Cardona on the outside, who did a great job, by the way. He didn't really hit the post very hard, so he made sure he took the rail very hard, which was a nice way to cover. Raju capitalizes and gets a roll-up victory on Green. I'm not sure where this whole thing is heading long term, but for now it's interesting and all of that. Rich Swann and Willie Mack versus Brian Myers and VSK. This was cool. Of course, you know, VSK is there to take the pin so Swann and Mack can win, which is they needed the win. And that strange finish where that bumbling, like, young boy Beal shoved Rich Swann off the top rope only to have him turn it into a crossbody of sorts to get the win. We haven't had one thing about this Impact. They're doing a lot of service, which is good as far as advancing angles and starting angles and stuff like that. We haven't had a good match yet, or a great match, which in Impact, at some point you want a kind of a car wrecky match or something really exciting. We have not had that yet. Mickie James returns to the Impact Zone. That's a cool segment. And meanwhile, we have Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan walking backstage with baseball bats looking for Morrissey for laying out Eddie Edwards' wife. Mickie James is back. Her mic time with the Virtuosa I thought was really great. And then them coming to blows and scrapping around. Scott D'Amore shows up and grants Mickie James the match at Bound for Glory. So this was really great. This has been built up for a while. Mickie James is a pro. Purrazzo can use the match. I think it's really good, and so on and so forth. Now, I wanted a really good match, and I got it in the form of Josh Alexander and Ace Austin. This is everything that it should have been. finally Alexander delivers that C4, which looks really great. After the match, Christian Cage makes the save, but Fulton and Austin jumps the baby faces. But then Christopher Daniels comes in and really steals the spotlight, which really worked for some reason. I thought it was really cool, and it helped at the end fix a number of problems that I had with the show. Namely, that there wasn't a great match and there wasn't like a really defined moment, though I thought the thing with Mickey James and Peraza was also very good.